Hello there and welcome to our channel. If this is the first time you're watching my video, we say welcome to the family and we ask you to subscribe. And that is the only way you'll be notified when subsequent videos are uploaded. And now when you watch the videos, do well to share. Share them because it is the only way you can transport and pass on our sensitization messages to every part of Cameroon. Our beautiful country now has the first illegitimate president installed, and Cameroonians are looking forward to the installation of the legitimate president. It is true that the illegitimate president will be occupying the presidency for some time, but like I will always tell you, time has a way of solving the puzzle. And so, in due time, the rightful owner, the right tenant, will take over the presidency of the Republic of Cameroon. And when I say in due time, we are very close to that time. Because after the swearing-in ceremony, I put it to you that things are even getting more tensed and sweaty. Now, these are the things we'll be discussing today. The very first one is that there is no president of the Senate in Cameroon. There is no president of the National Assembly of Cameroon, and there is no president of the Republic at the moment in Cameroon until Issa Chiroma Bakari is sworn in. The second topic we are touching today is Ngongo, and that is the presidency of the Republic. You see, in my whole life, I have never seen a man so sneaky in character. And you know that when you're sneaky in character, it doesn't bring you any good. Ngongo, Atanganji, and some generals had a very important meeting just after the swearing-in ceremony of Mr. Biya. And that is to tell you that he doesn't care about Mr. Biya's swearing-in ceremony. He just wanted that to take place. And then the mandate kicks off with him as president, because you all know what transpired during that event. So we'll talk about that. And then there is the denial game, the stubborn game, the accusation game that I've explained in the last video. Now we are entering the last part of the game, and that is the escape game. And the people, because the people are going to ignite or trigger the escape game. I will explain. And we're also going to touch the Ambazonia best moment, because this is going to be the Ambazonia best moment. The Grand North, the West, and Littoral to also trigger the escape game. And finally, we have Chiroma's team versus the military. Remember, I just told you that Ngongo and Atanganji had a meeting with some top brass of our military. So there's going to be the Chiroma team versus the military, and that we know Chiroma and his team are going to win because they have the people. Professor Maurice Kamto had sounded the warning. I will explain. So make yourself comfortable. If possible, get a glass of water and savor it while you listen to what I'm going to tell you. And like I said in my last video, those who are pro-government, pro-Paul Biya, pro-CPDM, please, if you are here watching my video, know that high blood pressure is a silent killer. You don't want to listen to the things I say here because they don't give you any pleasure. They bring you stress and you're not ready for it. So take your time, walk away, just go somewhere else and relax. Forget about this video. Thank you. Let us begin with our first stop. I said there is no president of the Senate. You did not see Nyat Njifenji Marcel. He was not there because, like the president of the National Assembly, like the illegitimate president of Cameroon at the moment, all of them are people blessed by God. But they have insulted God by refusing to take that big word, retirement, retire and go have fun with their great-grandchildren. Now, they still parade themselves around as people running the affairs of institutions in Cameroon. Where was he during the swearing-in ceremony of his friend, Paul Biya? Nowhere to be found. I wish him a speedy recovery and return to his resting place to be with his great-grandchildren and forget about the Senate. First, the Senate is insignificant as far as Cameroon is concerned because I don't know what the senators are doing there. There is absolutely nothing good they bring to the country, Cameroon. And to my next point, I said there is no president of the National Assembly. Jibril is a very tired man. Kavaye, he is a very tired man. I don't know why they keep punishing the old man. He is tired. But you know, it is made up in a way that these old people who are so scared of what will happen to them if they leave, first, the position, second, their safe and comfort zone, and go now to live life as an ordinary citizen, they are very worried about the repercussion because they don't know exactly what it is, but they are just afraid of the unknown. And that is why you still see them hanging really tight, holding tight power, because they are very, very worried. I said there is no president at the moment because the legitimate president is still to be sworn in. And the illegitimate president has been sworn in. So his swearing-in ceremony is of no importance. Forget it. They say a man is as sick as his secret. Did you see the faces of the reasonable people who were seated in that room? Did you see their faces in that hall? Call it Congress Hall or whatever. The reasonable people, the reasonable people. Did you see their faces? The members of the Constitutional Council, did you see how sick all of them were looking? They were looking very sick because they know their secret. A man is just as sick as his secret. All of them know their secret. They know what they have done to the entire nation. And they see the man they have put there getting confused. Listen, if not of money, Alzheimer's dementia, maybe he would have killed the man a long time ago. But he is very lucky that he is wealthy. And so there is the money to manage the situation. That is why I keep telling you that Ngongo is the one running the affairs of the country and the gang. Everybody knows that. This is not some secret. Everybody knows the gang is running the country. And that is why Ngongo is not worried about that. Because as early as some hours after the swearing-in ceremony, he had a meeting. He had a meeting and they discussed. Now that takes me to the next one. Ngongo is not very concerned about the swearing-in ceremony of Biya. Why? The latest from the presidency is that Ngongo had a meeting. And this is what Professor Maurice Kamto had warned. And Cameroonians who are for change, they have to be ready for this. They have to be ready for this. Because, like I said, the next phase is going to be the escape game. And that escape game will be triggered by Cameroonians. You saw what happened during the ghost town. These guys had to come out and beg people to open their stores. You know why? Because the economy was being punched, uppercut, all angle. The economy was receiving uppercut punches. And when the punches hit the economy, my goodness, the pain is felt by the gang. And when I talk about the gang, I'm talking about Chantal Biya, I'm talking about Yolo Vondo, I'm talking about Ferdinand Gongo, I'm talking about Famindongo Babuke, all of them who are stealing the big one the biggest thief of all of them, the Minister of Finance, Louis Paul Mutase, the man who damaged CNPS. Yes. When the economy is getting the uppercut punches from the people, they are feeling the pain. And that is why they are sending out the other petty thieves, the DOs, the SDOs, to beg the people. The uniform officers who are still loyal to them, to threaten the people. But that time is coming. Oh, the insects that are dancing under the street lamp. The storm is very close and will sweep them all. Then the escape game will be triggered. That is what is going to happen. So the meeting between Gongo, Atanganji, since he is the territorial administration boss, that was why they brought him into government. To do what he is doing. He is a rogue. Atanganji is a rogue. Yes. That is the kind of government official that the day he is dead, you spit on his grave and you even spit on his corpse. They deserve no coffin, no grave. Yeah, they deserve no coffin, no grave. Throw their corpses to the vultures to consume it. That's what you do to that kind of administrators. So, what is going to happen? He was telling those top brass of the military, because the plan is that by the time the people start reacting, when this legitimate president will be installed and he starts giving, orders, there will be chaos in Cameroon. You see, the Grand North is already punishing the government. When those trucks that I told you some days back are not going out and into the country with goods, billions are going down the drain. The gangster regime in Yaoundé is not having a source of income to mismanage and live the kind of life that they have been living over the decades. And so, when the Grand North will frustrate the economy, thereby giving the economy the uppercut punches that I have told you, those uppercut punches will send the pain straight to the gang. Because this is going to be the time. This is the time when the northwest and southwest regions will finally seize the opportunity to cut itself completely from the rest of the country. Listen, it is going to deepen the wound inflicted by the Grand North. Then you have the West region. The West region that is an enemy now to the gang. They will add salt now to that deep wound. And then those who have been punishing them, the business people in the littoral region, they are the ones now who will come to just put the dagger straight the heart of the gang. Because by the time the littoral region is down, that is it. It is over. It is over. Now, the military is not going to sit and watch. Their plan is to come in. And that is why they held the meeting. Who are those to come in and seize power? Ngongo is very sneaky. That's what I told you in the beginning. He is making sure that whosoever is stepping in the name of the military, those top brass, they must be people loyal to the government. So that when they seize power, the gang will continue to run things through them. All in the name of the military is organizing a transitional period to stabilize the country and call for elections. That is why I say it's going to be now Issa Chiroma's team versus the military. And the only people who will continue putting the pressure and tell the military that is not what we want. We want that our legitimate president be taken to a 2D will be the people. The people will have to do that and give victory to who? Give victory to Issa Chiroma's team. And that is when Issa Chiroma will be put in the presidency of the Republic of Cameroon. But before he goes there, a lot of cleansing, a lot of rituals have to be done to clean that presidency. Because you see the presidency, you see a 2D, all kinds of things go on there. Not only mafia activities, but trust me, even rituals, satanic rituals go on there at a 2D. And therefore, they will need... You remember, after the number of years, Professor Gervais Mendoza was the general manager of Sierra TV. The day he was kicked out, those who went to take his belongings out of that office, what they saw, their jaws dropped. Because these are guys who are into these fetish activities. What they removed from Professor Gervais Mendoza's office, oh God, it will blow you. It will blow you and put you on the ground. These are guys who are deep into fetish activities. So, the third president will have to make sure that Allah, the imams, they come and they pray and they clean the presidency before he can come in with his first lady and family. Yes, that is what is going on at the moment. And like I said, Issa Chiroma's installation will take place, definitely. It is true that people are very worried. Cameroonians are sick. They want to see that happen. But you know, a swearing-in ceremony of that magnitude means that certain things are put in place. And you did hear Eric Chinje, who is of his inner circle, come out to tell you that his very first concern is to make sure that if that is to happen, there should be no loss of life. Because now, wherever Issa Chiroma is, there are enemies who are peeping, looking for any space to come in and strike. But the good thing about it is that since this whole thing started, from when he took the first step, because he's always one step ahead of them. He took the first step to leave Yaoundé and move to Garoua to vote in Garoua, not Yaoundé. And then there in Garoua, the plan kicked off. So he has been one step ahead of them ever since this started. And so you have to remain focused. We have to remain focused. We cannot give Mr. Biya and his gang another 7 years. Jean de Dieu Momo is sick. Jean de Dieu Momo is another rogue. He is a criminal. When he sits on television set, you could see the way he said it, and he was behaving like a child that has stolen and has been caught by the parents. Just 7 years. 7 years is not much. 7 years is 70 years. We don't want it. Every 1 year with you people is like 10 years. So 7 years is 70 years. Jean de Dieu Momo, you have no place in Cameroon. You said there are no potholes in Cameroon. There are no dirts in Cameroon. You know what? The palm wine, the whiskey, the wine that you drink and looking like an inflated balloon, trust me, you will not have time to pick up the glass. What you will be picking are your shoes to run. Yes, 7 years. You guys did not listen to Esomba. one of your birds that used to sing your good name and the good name of Mr. Bia. He has suddenly become one who is giving you people advice. But that is where I told you that you are stubborn. You play the stubborn game. You don't listen. All these CPDM diehards who are changing their tone and language now is because these are guys who can foresee the danger ahead. They can see the storm very close. But you guys are as myopic as the insects dancing under the lamp. Very soon, that storm will sweep you guys off. It is sad that Cameroon can be exposed to the entire world the way it was done in the Congress Hall or wherever that installation took place. Mr. Bia asking if I should stand like a baby. Why are you guys punishing the old man? He has become a prisoner of his own system. That is what I kept telling you. I told you that Mr. Bia has become a prisoner of his own system. He has to ask, should I stand? Should je peux me lever? Ou je dois me lever ou quoi? It is sad. It is so sad. You will see Chantal Bia giving a kiss to a man. I'm sure that she has not done so in a very long time. So Mr. Bia does not even know again how to receive a kiss, a congratulatory kiss from the First Lady, because she has not done so in a very long time. Yeah, she has not done so in a very long time. A lot is going on inside the 2D. A lot. Some despicable, some kind of things that are better left unsaid are going on in a 2D. And why they do all these? They don't care about the people. And that is why the people must, this time around, in fact, they did well during the ghost towns, but they have to add it. It was around 70%. This time it has to go to 95%. The punishment must be felt. We are getting there, inshallah.